back to our daily morning spiritual guidance series provided by the Spiritual Counseling TV network. My name is Christie Ramirez and I'm your soul coach, motivational speaker, and spiritual influencer. So again, this is a free series on my YouTube channel. So welcome anyone new this year watching. This is coming back to this series, the first one of this 2023 year. And this is going to be a magical year. I don't want to go too much into what the year is going to bring because I will be doing an exclusive event at the Spiritual Counseling TV network to go so much in depth for this year that we're going to go month by month. I love to do this annually because I feel like it always gives us then a big overview of what the year is going to bring and what doors are going to open, what we need to focus on, and what's the best route to take. So that's going to take place sometime this weekend coming up. I did do a little bit of like a shorter event on New Year's Eve, which was our New Year's Eve special event, almost like a little celebration, and I did give a little tips for this year, but I also tapped into the next 3 years. So you might want to watch that. It is exclusive at the Spiritual Counseling TV network. I did offer a preview on my YouTube channel, but you want to watch the whole thing exclusively. So if you want access to these events plus other shows as well that are already there at the network and then more to come this year, join the Spiritual Counseling TV network at christieramirez.com/TV. And what's coming up this year at the Spiritual Counseling TV network is a lot of women's content the first half of the year. And then at almost like towards the end of the year, we're going to be coming back to our therapy sessions, our motivational speeches, and just events year round. So that's what's coming up next at the Spiritual Counseling TV network. And I did even go into detail into what's happening at my School of Light as well in that event. So definitely check it out for your updates. Now, I do want to tap into this week, of course, on our weekly spiritual guidance for January 2nd to the 8th of 2023. I do hope that you all had a beautiful New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, keeping in mind that those are the days that set the tone for the rest of the year. And I know that, energetically, even though we're still not yet like at the new energy per se, like it does more like in spring. I feel like in spring is where we blossom into more of a new energy and vibration as a new cycle. But this is a stepping stone and a huge preparation period between now, January, and April, or springtime you want to say, because we are at the peak right now of winter. It's that preparation of this new beginning and whatever new changes to the dynamics of the way that we're living that we want to reset. I want to tell you all that starting on the 30th, so the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st was a huge 3-day reset for me. And I know a lot of you out there who are very spiritually in tune felt it energetically as well, that we were purging a lot of the past, a lot of emotions, so that we can make space and room for the new. And this is not just, of course, physically in your environment and, cleaning up your space, organization, etc. Those are the basics, but this also happens internally at a soul level. And I feel like if any of you out there have been in tune, I did do a sacred release for New Year's with my health and wellness brand on the 30th. And that's where all of this began for me emotionally. I started to reflect a lot during, my downtime when I had time, because of course it was a very social weekend as well. Although for me it was only social on New Year's Eve, that I had a New Year's Eve family party at night. But other than that, I was really much to myself the rest of the other 3 days. So 30th, 31st, and the 1st, like all 31st throughout the day, I was just with myself. And it had to be this way because we were doing a lot of energetic clearing at a soul level within. So personally, right? Individually, so that when you come together with others, you're cleared, you're also very spiritually in alignment, so meaning that you're clearly channeling, which is why I was really pushed to just get started again with the daily morning spiritual guidance today, because I am very much intuitively in tune right now, more than ever, I want to say. And I've been getting not only guidance for this week, but guidance into the next year, which is 2023, guidance into the next 3-year cycle, which is 2023, 2024, 2025, which I did briefly tap into in that New Year's Eve event for the Spiritual Counseling TV network. And then what's next for like even the next 5 to 10 years. And that's where I'm also going to be doing another special show, my fashion show red carpet event that's going to take place around mid of January. I'm going to get started with, creating the trailer, all the promo content, because this is a lot of art projects. And it's a big art project basically with this campaign that I'm creating for this event. And I want it to be perfect. I want it to be better than anything I've ever done because it's a very important event. And so that's what I'm preparing also behind the scenes, on the side, in addition to everything that's going on a daily basis. And of course, our daily morning spiritual guidance series. So I just want to let you all know. And of course, also the Lightworker University presentations, which of course I have already planned out the whole year ahead with those presentations. So it's a lot of presentations coming up. All of them are paid events. There is a 3-day motivational speech that is free that I said was going to take place at the middle of this year. So far that's the date. But if anything changes, of course, I'll let you know. And I have the Resurrection series, which has been extended to 7 parts. And the reason is because the first 4 parts have already been presented, uploaded, and it's already available to watch on my website. So you can go to christieramirez.com/lightworkeruniversity, watch those presentations, because it's going to really help you to understand at a collective and global level what we're all going through and what's coming up next as well, and even the spiritual battles that have been under the scenes. So behind the scenes, but also under behind the scenes. So it's like a lot of shadows coming up, but a lot of just that's been down like in secrets, and it's all spiritual. So it's not like just you can just decipher it right away. It's just a lot that I can't even explain right now because it's like a whole lecture that I did in the first 4 parts. And then what's coming up next is even more lecture based in parts 5, 6, and 7. And it's also all very much in relation to what the fashion show is about. So I don't want to really reveal too much right now because I did reveal a lot in that special New Year's Eve event. And I'm also going to be talking about it more in the future with like previews for that special fashion show red carpet event. So I don't want to get ahead of myself or get you guys ahead too much, but that's what's coming up next. So let's focus on this week, January 2nd to the 8th. And let me tell you that this is a week where we are really getting clear guidance to how to shift, again, the dynamics within our circle, our relationships, and how we can upgrade, evolve, and elevate the meaning behind everything in our life. And this is very powerful because this is the year where our life is going to start to gain more purpose, not only on our spiritual mission, with your career, but also with the people around us. We're going to deepen our relationships. We're going to deepen these connections, these friendships, these bonds that have been given to us. And we are also going to be forming new ones as God reveals them to us, as we are being called to do so. Because, psychically, I've already well into the future. This is one of my angelic gifts and what I've been channeling divinely, here and there throughout the year, and even before that, right, since 2020. And specifically this weekend, I've been looking very much ahead, and it's like we don't know how things are going to come together, but we just know that they are, right? And this is just one of my gifts of like just knowing intuitively when things are going to happen. It's almost like I'm a visionary in that way, and usually things come true always. I've been getting a lot of dreams as well this week, and prophetic dreams, because that's it's one of my gifts. And sometimes these prophetic dreams are not always like that clear, specifically focused, like you don't know exactly how it's going to come together, but all these little signs and symbols hold a meaning. And maybe if you've been getting like a lot of synchronicities in your life, and especially as we were clearing out last year, closing out the cycle with Christmas season and entering this new year, we're seeing how everything is fitting in together, right? Like this puzzle into our life, why things showed up, why things have been like, I guess, like disunited, like in separation. What's the purpose behind separation of any kind, right? Maybe you've been separated, maybe like from a hobby, a person, a potential project, something that you started that hasn't really unraveled into its fullest potential. All of this is going to gain clarity as this year unravels. This is a very important year because this is the year also where, and this week specifically, again, I keep forgetting we're focusing on this week, right? This is a week where we're already like jump starting this new self as a new frequency, and letting go of these old ways, and we're starting to embrace these new ways. Okay, so it's a lot to take in, and it's important to just take things slowly as they show themselves, one thing at a time, and start acting as if already you are where you want to be, because this is the year where our dreams are going to come true. And this is the week where, usually this is the week where you've probably already thought about your goals for this year, and it's about implementing, right? Now this is about the follow through, not just the reflection, not just the intention setting, but this is the actual action part of the journey and of the whole year. This is a very powerful week because from experience, my past 3 couple New Years, I made sure that the first week of January was very much intention based. Everything that I did was spiritually focused, so it was all spiritual work that I was focusing on. Not too much even like travel per se, not too much vacation, to the point that you start to lose focus of what you're meant to be doing throughout the year. If anything, I like to spend the first week of January working, and then maybe the second week it's fine to take a holiday or something, right? Because it really does set the tone energetically for the rest of this year. So definitely make sure that this is a very intentional week for all of you. Don't get lazy, don't slack, and just get started right away with the changes that you want to make, because there's a lot of new doors opening. I feel like even new people coming in, and it's important for us to do the clearing, open our hearts. This is a lot where health and wellness comes in. I've been doing a lot of meditation with this, with that sacred cleanse. Make sure that you watch it. It is a special event that I did at my meditation series. So you can also get access to this this event at christieramirez.com/meditation. And yeah, just remember also that, I just want to say surrender. Just surrender to this year. I feel like, I'm feeling a little like a little blank, because this is definitely the blank new book to our story this year. I did channel this in one of my photo shoots that I did this weekend as I started my new gratitude journal. I did start a new gratitude journal as well the day prior to New Year's Eve. And I just want to also, I guess, inspire you to also start a gratitude journal. In 2021, I did write one, and I stopped writing it the next year because there was like a blockage technologically, and it just didn't happen. And so last year I didn't really follow through on my gratitude journal, and I did notice the difference in the way that we appreciate life and also in the way that we manifest. So make sure that you start your journal. It's so important. What I like to do is very simple. It's just write down your day and 3 things that you're grateful for that day, and that's simple. That's it. And then that's also how you are grateful even ahead of time. So like if things are not happening, you can be grateful for something that you want, almost like a wish, and then you start to manifest it. It's just very powerful. I just can't explain, but trust me, start your gratitude journal, start your year right, start your year motivated, get back to work right away as soon as you can, so that you are in alignment and you're focused as to where you want to go this year. So that's it for our weekly spiritual guidance. I will expand even further. We'll have a little coffee talk in our extended weekly spiritual guidance, and I'm going to get started right now with our dailies for this week. Thank you for watching, and namaste.